Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Miles Maturity. Another episode of Cambo Greens. Hey, we back in it. And we on time. Boy, I'm impressed. 2 days consistently. So let me see, can I get it rolling tomorrow and the next day and the next day? But hey, tonight, man, before we even get at it, we're going to do a little cleanup work. The first thing I want to do is, like the show, share, hit the notification bell. Check out my shows, Campbell Greens and Gucci'ing It. Also, I'm telling you, definitely start checking out Instagram and Snapchat. I'm gonna start doing some things on there as well. So check out my stuff, check out my shows, as well as I would like to also check me out when it comes to the massage oil. We selling it 32 ounce, $25. Good stuff. Hey, you want that romance in your life? Get that massage oil. You'll get it popping, I promise you. Also, man, I got two different types of things when it comes to this. I got the CBD cookies, I got the CBD brownies, and we have just the CBD flour that you can grind it up, smoke it, do whatever you want to do with it. You can sprinkle in your food if you want, have a good time with it. Also, I come with tincture oil, man. I got the 1 and the 2 ounce bottles. We're selling it for 15 and 17. Once again, you can put the stuff in your coffee. You can put the stuff in your water. And I actually cook with it. I put it in my olive oil when I cook as well. Trust me, it does many things. If you check out my site, mindsmaturity.com, you'll learn much more about it. But since we're done with all the housekeeping, we're done with the housekeeping for the night, so we're going to get on with this show. The topic tonight is going to be long-term lonelyship. Long-term lonelyship. The reason why I want to really cover this because I feel like we have really gotten into the zone of just being cool with being lonely, and we've made it a relationship instead of a temporary time to heal and make yourself better. We've actually made it a whole comfort zone and turned into a relationship. And we need to cover these things. And I got one of my favorite people in the world that's about to jump on. Well, how you doing, Queen? How you doing, Queen?
What's up, King Cuzzo?
Hey,
Yes.
hey,
Hello, everybody.
y'all greet the lady, greet the lady. Hey, man, I had to we had to jump on this one tonight. We had to cover this
I
topic.
feel you. I feel you.
It's gonna take people probably 3, 4 days to try to go back and watch, because what's gonna happen is instantly the title itself is gonna piss people off. It's gonna hurt their feelings. They're gonna get real uncomfortable. And a lot of people ain't gonna watch this. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a lot of low key watching.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, to really accept this is the trend and this is what's going on. And I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about, and
absolutely.
in a way that it needs to really make progress. We're not doing this, and let's make a disclaimer: we're not doing this to hurt nobody. Well, we are trying to hurt your feelings because that's the only way gonna change. We're not trying to do this to belittle you, but we're trying to hit points to where we get each other out of our comfort zones to become better
Hmm.
version of ourselves. This is the
Hmm.
goal. The goal is not to try to make you feel less than. It's really to make you feel and want to be more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
right.
this is the goal, man. We're not trying to get on here and talk shit. We're not gossiping. We're not, you know what I'm saying, like trying to be looked us like we're better than y'all. Like, no. Like, shit, me and Alexis, we both have done a lot of growing. You know what I'm saying? Both of us have
Still
been less.
growing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly, man. Like, shoot, every day is a learning curve for me. Even like, shoot, today I've learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the goal is always to learn, always to get around people that want to have the best interest to give you information that's going to make you a better person. We're not trying to get on here to talk, to have conversations that everybody else is talking about. And I'm not trying to be in no kind of echo chamber that I'm going to be telling you the same BS that everybody else is telling you, and you're not making progress with your life. The goal is to
Hmm.
find topics that people don't really touch on, that is really uncomfortable to talk about, but needs to be talked about in order for us, especially our community, to actually start moving ahead of things and being more represented in a mature light. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because we are so easily to be manipulated in the public eye because of not really the people that are doing the right thing, but the 1, 2, 3 people that's doing bullshit that ain't got no business doing, and it reflects on the majority of us that are
Yes,
actually doing what we're supposed to be doing.
man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do our part. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason, like, me and her both, man. That's why we do shows at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., not a.m. but p.m.
PM.
and like really late. Like, shoot, we got better things to do. We got people we could be cuddling with, chilling with, having fun with. But we take this time out of our schedule because we feel like it's the best interest for you, not for me. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta take you gotta be we gotta be able to learn how to appreciate that from one each other, that we
Hmm.
are taking our time to give a fuck about you. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So let's get at it.
Let's
Next
do it.
immature thought. The immature thought for this topic is, why do women keep saying I choose to be single? No, you don't. You just ain't found the right person yet. Like, it's not you choose. You just didn't find the right person yet.
It's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Anytime a person gets hurt, man or woman, because I mean, it's and it's so funny because it's the same thing, but everyone has their phrase. The women, it's like, I'm single by choice. I did my video on that. And then the guys, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship. Well,
Right.
what the hell is we doing?
Well
What are we
said.
doing? What are we doing? And that, it just boils down, it's a defense mechanism. Yeah, you can't be hurt by another person if you keep them at a distance. But at the same time, like, what type of quality of life is that? Yes, you can be healthy. Yes, you can be financially successful. But at the end of the day, we as humans and all the animals and other creatures were put on this earth to procreate, to reproduce, to grow, and to build, create. And we can't do that and serve our purpose by being alone.
Well said. Give you a perfect example. I remember this movie a long time ago when I was a kid. I swear it was like second or third grade. It was a
Mm,
movie called The Red Firm Grows, and it was about
I
these
had that
two
movie.
dogs. The two dogs that grew up together, they fell in love together. They had puppies together, everything, and they died together.
Together.
Like one died one day, and in that same spot, the other one died, and they grew red firms. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And that was the symbolic of their love and their growth, and they metamorphosed to another form together. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? And then we gotta understand that's how we are with each other as couples. You exchange energy all day long with each other. When you're beside
mm-hmm,
each other, y'all are exchanging energy. Y'all
mm-hmm,
are going flowing through different frequencies. That's why I like that whole thing, we vibe. We're vibing.
mm-hmm,
Because that's
mm.
what you're doing with this
You are.
person all day, every day, from the time you sleep, the sleeping process, the waking up processes, you're vibing with this person. Even when you're raising kids with this person, y'all are vibing energy into how this little person in front of you is becoming something as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you having so many seconds of energies going through each other, that you gotta understand, like, all this is necessary.
Right.
It's necessary. The little things that we don't look at is necessary, and energy is necessary. That's why, you always notice and heard about, like, what that old man get all that energy from. Like, why? Because he spent all that time with his grandkids. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He was playing this with the kids and outside playing soccer with the kids on their neck, hanging on his neck. You know what I'm saying? It was the exchange of energy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And if we don't start understanding that it's necessary to have a mate in your life, not because of the whole sexual benefits or the financial benefits, but it's also healthy for your longevity of your
Yes.
lifespan.
Yes.
So yeah. You have any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on that?
No, that was clear.
Hey, well, let's jump to the topic. The first topic of the night is: do people lie to themselves about companionship?
um, I believe so. Because it's the titles, it's the labels that makes them feel better. You can call it, oh, this is my friend, this is my companion, but you're spending all this time with this person. You're giving all this energy to this person. You are giving and sharing your body with this person, and that at you are definitely changing energies and spirits. That's, something that is very sacred. That's why people tell you not to have sex before you get married, because you don't know what type of spirits and energy that person has on them that can be put into you through that um interaction. But you do all of that, and you call it something else, thinking that that's going to save your feelings. It doesn't. It doesn't. No matter what you call it, it is what it is.
Facts, facts, facts. So much facts in that. And to answer it myself, like, yeah, it's sad, but people do lie to themselves, and it's more toxic. Not only when you lie to yourself, but it's toxic when you spread that lie to others.
Hmm.
Because, well, when you start spreading that lie to others, you give somebody else a standard that they can fall on.
Yes.
And it's a false standard. When you over here smiling, saying, I'm good, what I'm saying, I got it under control. This person, like,
They're never gonna treat you no better than that, because you keep saying you good with it.
exactly, exactly. And we got to stop this false standard
Hmm.
because of your pride. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That is your pride talking when you know good well inside you're not a complete. It don't feel right.
Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna get a little personal, just a little bit.
Okay.
Let me tell you how powerful energy and the connection and the break and the rebonding of a connection. Even though it was toxic, my previous marriage, even though it was toxic, once we separated and I started living alone and sleeping in a bed alone, It
Mm.
was a hell of a transition. Such, it was different. Like it took me a while, probably some weeks, to get used to sleeping in a bed alone. You know what I'm saying? To not hear nothing in your house. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally used to like just lay on my back looking at the wall and couldn't fucking sleep because I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I was so used to having a body in the bed with me for so long to when you break that energy, it takes a lot to recover from. So the reason why I say that is because if that's a hard thing to break, imagine how hard it takes for a person that is used to staying in a bed by themselves all the time,
Mhm.
transitioning and having somebody in that bed with them every day.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
is a hell of a way to try to change. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change kind of on the fly. Cause once that person start laying in your bed, that's to set
Mhm.
expectations. And then it's gonna cause conflict because you so used to sleeping alone to where he's gonna be like, he's gonna be thinking it's him or her, and you're like, no, it's me, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be hard for them to understand that. And
Mhm.
that's why I think sometimes we gotta stop lying to ourselves because these kind of situation is causing hurdles that a lot of us gonna have a hard time getting over.
Agree. Agree. And going back to what you're saying about that, when you're so used to being with someone, I done been in situations and knowing it wasn't no good, but I was just so used to the person being there. I even told one person, we had a situation. I discovered that he was not being forthcoming about his relationship status. And when I found out, I did still speak to him on a more uh, just conversation, just platonic conversation. I didn't take it there. Um, and he asked me one day, he was like, "Well, Lex, why do you still talk to me?" And I told him, I said, "Because I'm used to it. I'm just
Right.
used to talking to you." I said, "It's nothing more than that. I know where I stand with you, and I know what line not to cross with you."
Real talk.
Hmm.
Real talk. I'm telling you, people, it's so deep, man. It's deep. It's so deep. It's deep. You know what I'm saying? That's why, man, like we can go so much on this topic, but we're
Yeah,
not.
we can. We got to go to the next one.
Yeah, it gets deep, man. It gets
Yeah,
deep. But let's go with it. Hey, the next question is denial the last option to poor mate selection?
man. I think for most, it's probably the first. I think it's probably the first because no, people rarely want to say they messed up.
Right,
People rarely want to say it was my fault or I saw the signs but I ignored them.
right,
Very rarely. Instead, they'll say, "Oh well, men or women ain't shit. All women are hoes or gold diggers. All men are dogs, and all this other stuff." When in all actuality, it's this that thing I keep saying. It's that tight. It's your type, and the type of person you keep picking end up being not what is good for you. Like what's the old people say, what's good to you might not be good for you.
exactly, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Hey, I even do you one better. Some people gotta even understand that I have less sympathy and less tears in my eyes for people that are married and have this poor selection issue. And this is why. And this is why. And I'm gonna explain just like I explained it to other people.
Okay,
You
break it down.
have multiple chances to turn down this selection because you have different phases to actually being married. You know, you have first the engagement phase to where you have to say, you have to ask the question and the other one has to answer the question. So now you
Mm-hmm.
have one opportunity already for both of y'all to make sure this is the right choice. Then
Right.
you have the actual the waiting phase to where you go to the courthouse and you sign paperwork. Now you can choose to write the wrong name or not write a name, or you write the correct name. And you chose that second time to write the correct name on that paperwork
You
and you
chose that
paid
person
for
twice.
it.
That's the second time.
Right. Then the third time you have when you actually are at the wedding with all these people around, and you got the dude right there with the nice black outfit on, and he's smiling in front of y'all, and he's exchanging information with you, and you repeating it, and she repeating it, and y'all smiling. Okay, that is your third time to figure out, should I say I do or I don't, and I'm not finna deal with this for sicknesses, health, or none of this other stuff. I'm not. I can't. I'm not dealing with this shit. Like this is your third time that you have the opportunity to know if this person is the best selection for you.
Yeah.
So after you've done those three things and you get in a situation where you're married and now you are starting to complain about all these things he or she did, at this point, it is your fault.
Yo,
It's your fault.
you chose them 3 times.
You chose that person three times. You chose them three times.
Yeah.
You had plenty of options to run, and now one of y'all did it. Y'all both smiled and looked at each other and did each step.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all did them. You know what I'm
The
saying?
worst thing you can do, and this is the most common thing for situations like that, if you know, marriages and long dead end relationships, you think you can wait the person out. You think they're going to change. You think eventually, because I've been here so long and I've been so good to this person's going to love me the way I want them to love me. And
Yep.
I will say it is like maybe 8% something will hit them or happen to them health wise, or they may lose someone, something very tragic or significant will happen in their life, and they may have that wake up call. They may have that aha epiphany moment, and they do change. Most of them don't. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to be like, oh, well, so and this happened. Yes, I know it has happened. I know several people who out here hoeing all their life, and they may have lost a parent or something. They were like, you know what, life is too short. Let me go ahead and do right by her or do right by him.
Yeah.
That does happen. But you know, you don't want to wait for something like that to happen for them to decide they want to be with you.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna throw a wrench into that. What you just said. Maybe that person get himself together or she get herself together.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? When he get back or she get to that person ain't even ready for the person that you changed it into.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Like that shit
mm.
happens a lot.
They used to you being the bullshitter the whole time. Now you
Right,
doing right, and they
right.
don't know how to deal with that.
They don't even know how to deal with it.
Mm,
That shit happens because
yeah.
they have been so used to this style of a person that
Mm-hmm.
when you do actually get out that rabbit hole and you elevate yourself, they're like, how do I adjust to that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How you adjust to it.
Yeah.
One of the things the rule of thumb that I play and I give people advice to play, once both parties have at one point raised the right flag of I just give up,
Mm-hmm.
it is no really coming back mentally from that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like once any party has mentally checked out at some point of this situation, um, it's hard to recover based
Yes.
off of what we just discussed. Because if this person started doing right, this person has already felt so low to their standards of what they think this person is going to be that it would be unrealistic to believe that it's true
Mm-hmm.
and that they can
Mm-hmm.
keep it up. And within the process of them trying to do right, they're going to be nagging on the person ass and they go get
Yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah.
They go get frustrated. They gonna be like, F it. I can't deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah,
Two things gonna happen. They either gonna leave you or they gonna fuck up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
You know that pressure tape, hey, busts a pipe, and that can definitely happen.
Yeah,
And y'all gonna play the Ferris wheel game again.
that's right.
But it's like with the not people got to stop saying when they pick people that you know what I'm saying I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's the scapegoat for a lot of people. It's like, man, you know, whoop, whoop, whoop this and whoop, whoop that, but I didn't know. Okay. It's
Well,
like,
where were your antennas?
yeah, I, I like at some point, okay, you got to be able to use your relationships and when you meet people, learn how to analyze, observe, and study people. That's why I feel like it's education is so important when you're growing up. I mean, you don't necessarily got to get a PhD or a master's degree, but you just got to have some kind of education of the street life, of common sense and all this when it comes to when you
Hmm.
are socializing. You got to have great social skills, especially when we're dating. I feel like everybody needs to have social skills when you're dating
Yes.
due to the fact because you're socializing. You know what I'm saying? You're connecting with somebody. So make sure you have your social skills.
And ask the right questions. Stop just letting stuff go, knowing you got deal breakers.
Yeah,
You need to be getting that mess out in the first month
exactly.
of knowing and dating and getting to know a person. You want children and they don't. Deal breaker. You are one religion and they another religion. Is that gonna work for you? That
Exactly.
could
Oh
be a
yeah.
deal breaker.
Oh yeah.
Stuff that matters. Got to get that mess out in the open. Martine said, set your boundaries. Absolutely. In the beginning.
Yeah, we actually had we did a topic on that one time. I
Mm-hmm.
said, man,
Boundaries. Mm-hmm.
we had a whole discussion on that for
Sure
real.
did.
Oh yeah. Hey, let's rock to the next one. How can we properly plan the approach of dating? Because you was kind of slowly entwining what you were
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of like what I was
saying.
saying. Like, and like, here's the thing, and this is what has been successful for me when I am dating and I'm getting to know a guy. I go into it with no expectations
Right.
other than I'm getting to know you, you getting to know me. In the first probably 3 conversations, I know whether or not you can be a romantic partner or interest, or if you just gonna be friends, or if you're not gonna be nothing.
Right.
It's very clear because you got to ask those questions, those deal breakers, stuff that you need in a partner, stuff you needed a friend. You got to do it from the gate, and what we were saying earlier, stop waiting around thinking that somebody's gonna come around.
Absolutely.
Make an effort. Make sure that you showing interest if you're actually interested. Don't be playing these stupid ass little kitty high school games.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
they didn't text me, so I'm not gonna text them. Or
Yeah.
they didn't do this, so I'm not. Man, we grown. We grown. And if somebody is playing that kind of game with you, leave them because they doing the same thing to somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Let them
Oh yeah.
go. Cut them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you can, man, you can kind of like you can see, you know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to how a person's pattern is, and you can tell if they playing games. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You can, man, that's why I say it's so important. Um, it's weird I'm about to say this, but that's why it's so important to kind of date early. Like start dating
Yeah.
a lot when you're like, shoot, junior high school, college. Like you gotta practice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to figure out a lot of these little snippets that me and her are talking
Mm,
about.
yeah.
The things that we're talking about is like instincts. You know what I'm saying? It's our instincts based off of our experience, the wisdom from others. You know what I'm saying? Those life experiences are what got us to the position where we can call out bullshit without even having
Immediately.
to confront you about it. And that's what makes a lot of situations, even the person that you probably, called a BS, they'll respect you after a while. You know what I'm saying? They'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I can't get off on this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got to be on my A game on this situation. You know what I'm saying? I can't play around with this and I can't play around about
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if they see that you ain't all up here with it and you're allowing this and you're
Take
allowing
full
that,
advantage of it.
to take full blown advantage of that situation because
Mm-hmm.
of your unawareness. You know what I'm saying? It is so important to be unaware. Shoot, sometimes it's good to be over aware. Shit, sometimes I be like, hey, saying some shit just to throw it in the air. You know what I'm saying? I just throw some shit in the air. Like, hey,
Uh-huh.
boom, boom, and see how that shit sit for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I tell like shit, like, I know this or I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Or I know about this and this and that. And it
Mm-hmm.
might not even be directed to them, but it's right.
Hypothetical situations, like somebody else could possibly be going through something, and you are very firm on your stance about this situation and how you view it. You may want to run that past the person and see how they would react, because they response might shock the hell out you.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. Throw that shit in the air and see
throw
what
it throw
happens.
it out there and see what happens, because you
See
got
how
to
it
know who
sit.
you're dealing with, because if you come to that same situation or something similar, you got to know who you're working with.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Indirect is effective. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Even though, ain't nothing wrong with being direct. But trust me,
People
indirect,
gonna lie. People
oh yeah.
lie.
Oh yeah.
Some people will be honest. Most people are gonna tell you what they think you want to hear.
Exactly. Oh, that's so true. A lot of people will be telling you
They gonna what sounds good.
sounds awesome. Something that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
put a smile on your face.
Oh yeah,
Watch out for those.
absolutely.
The next one. Do we sabotage long-term bonding? If so,
Ooh.
how?
Um, I got two. What we were talking about in the beginning about the companionship and the single by choice thing, like that defense mechanism, like pushing people away when they really only mean you good, because because in your mind you're thinking, oh, well, if I let this person in now, they have the capacity and the capability of hurting me now because I don't fell for them. And also, another thing is letting certain people into your business. Everybody don't need to know what's going on in your love life and your relationships, because they can be jealous, they can be bitter, or they can be have some of these other things that we were talking about, and rub that off on you, and then put this seed of doubt in your mind. I let that shit happen to me a little while ago, and I caught myself and I said, why the hell am I upset about this? I have no reason to be upset about this, because my person has not shown me anything but this. So why did I let something that this person say upset me so bad?
Facts.
Gotta check that. People asking questions about how you and so doing. Anytime anybody ever asks me how me and so doing, oh, we good. We good. We good. That's all you need to know.
That's it. That's it. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Shoot, people calling, and they gonna ask like those three questions, and I'd be like, good, good, good on all three.
Duh.
What's next? What else you want to talk about?
um,
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
that's all I got on the sabotaging.
That's like, oh,
What kind of ways you think of?
man, I'm finna go deep on the sabotage part. That's why I left it close to the end. All
Give
right,
me give me a second, cause
all right. Hey, why she doing that? Hey, I want y'all to understand one quick thing while she on pause. Like she said, I'm gonna piggyback on the friends part. Man, like when people calling, have discussions about other things besides your relationship. Only talk to people that are compatible to the standard or the life that you're trying to get to. So
Absolutely.
if a person that's calling you asking this question has a successful relationship or marriage, been together for a long time, and they have done it all, hey, those are the people you need to talk to.
Those people you need to talk to.
You know what I'm saying? Dig into the people that have done it all, been there, lived it, understand it, went through them all. You know what I'm saying? Talk to those people.
And
But
I would say one thing about that,
mhm,
preferably someone who does not know y'all personally,
yeah, yeah, that's true too.
because you don't want them to base their advice off of something that may have happened in the past or their personal opinion or feelings about your person
Yeah, yeah, the
or you.
bias. Yeah, the bias. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. The bias would definitely eat it up. I'm telling you. Oh man, when it comes to this self long term bonding, I'm gonna tell. I need man. Okay, I need y'all to share this to all y'all single female friends. That goes to church all the time.
Oh
Okay,
Lord.
the first 1, 2, 3, the very first 3 days, do not talk about God or Jesus. Okay, I'm telling you, do not say God go bring me a good man. Do not talk about I need a man that's God fearing. I'm telling you, real men do not hear none of them things in their first 3 days. They don't. The reason why, I'm gonna tell you why. Because a real man, for one, is going to see, are you finna start trying to mold me to some damn body else? A
Mm-hmm.
man that's gonna come to you, he's already a man. You don't need to mold him to shit. He's already molded.
And you know, and that goes back to the direct questions. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I love God," blah 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 blah, because that's what you want to hear. A God fearing man does not have to tell you he's a God fearing man. He's gonna walk it.
It's bam.
He's gonna show you. You don't have to say it. You don't have to ask. He's gonna show you. Like all these people, like they got to carry the Bibles around and wear the big crosses, and they always talk about this, that, and the third. You don't have to proclaim to be Christian and God fearing. Your life is gonna show that you live a Christian lifestyle, that you live a godly lifestyle. Cause of the shouting.
Man, like, cause that
Listen
man,
here.
listen, you took the words all out my mouth. Like,
Yeah.
you going to listen. He is going. A real man already know. A real man already know these things. He ain't finna sit here and talk to you about it. He gonna be about it. A real man is gonna be about it. Okay, that talk
Mm-hmm.
shit. He listen. When it's time for him to lead you, that's when he's gonna really be doing most of the talking. When it's time for him to lead you. But
Yeah.
if he ain't trying to lead you yet, he ain't even do that much kind of damn talking. He's gonna show you a lot of shit. He's not gonna be that talker, that bullshit, and that's what a
Yeah.
lot of women. I'm telling you, this is where y'all miss the boat. This sabotage long-term bonding. This is where y'all miss the bonding. You miss the bonding because you are looking to try to evaluate this man based off of female traits. You're not
Mm,
trying
mm.
you're not trying to look at this man to bond with a man based off of male traits.
Look at her.
You see what I'm saying?
Look at her.
You cannot bond with a man that got female traits and think you're gonna find something stable. He's gonna be imbalanced. He's gonna be hella emotional, and he is not gonna be able to lead. You see what I'm saying? A real man,
Man, listen.
when you sit with him and y'all have real conversations, you know what I'm saying? Them first 2, 3 dates, it's gonna be shit that you're gonna have to go home and sit down and let that shit sizzle.
Mm.
You're gonna have to let it sizzle. It's not gonna be he gonna take you to the moon. No, he gonna lay your ass flat to the ground. He's gonna make you go home. He's gonna make you reevaluate your shit.
Mm.
Because he's not gonna play games with it. He's gonna be straight to the point. He's gonna be raw. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you concrete evidence of the shit he's talking about, and then he's gonna let you sit on it. And
Mm.
when it's time for him to lead, he's gonna start giving you directions. He's gonna start talking the shit that he's doing. He's gonna tell you what he needs you to do, and
Mm.
cause that is when he's going. That's a man's role. You know what I'm saying? The first thing he's gonna do is present himself to you. And once he's
That's
done
right.
presenting that, you come back to me. Now it's time for us to
Yeah.
get to work.
Uh-huh.
It ain't gonna be no bullshit.
That's I tell a lot of my coaching clients and things, take a couple in your lifetime that you saw, and of course you're not going to know everything, but what about this couple that you not necessarily want to be, but maybe you match? Like, for example, my situation is very similar to my uncle's situation with his wife. I'm talking down to the damn zodiac signs.
Wow.
Me, the woman having a child and him not. Very, very similar. And they've been together for 30 plus years. And how he deals, she's a very strong woman. She's very opinionated and she's very matter of fact. But how my uncle deals with his wife is how I need a man to deal with me. So that's what I, started looking for. Like, I'm just like Aunt so and so in my how I do things and in my relationships. I need a man like my uncle that's gonna balance me out. A lot of people, women, they look to their fathers and grandfathers or whatever. That may not always be a good thing. So somebody you can look at and you can see yourself in and say, you know what? I like the way they do things. I like the way they handle business. Let me see what it is, what I can fix, what I can tweak. And then that's what you look for.
You touched on something that I had totally forgot to touch on at one point, and you said it was so perfect. You said the father part. Some dads,
Mm,
and I say that shit all the time because I have to catch myself because I don't want to raise my daughters to um I don't want them to be like daddy's little girl. I
mm-hmm,
want them to really understand how they're gonna have to deal with a man that they're gonna have to live with.
mm-hmm,
And how I do that is I show them I'm not always gonna be in your face. I'm not
mm-hmm,
always gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do it for me. I do it because I need to invest in their future on how they're gonna have to accept information.
mm-hmm,
Because it's gonna be moments that their man is gonna say, shoot, Ashanti, I ain't got time for you today. I got to handle business and get on my stuff. I can't be what you want me to be today. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? I'm trying to be great. I can't be great if I'm always in different places at one time. I'm not going to become great. I'm going to be mediocre. And
mm-hmm,
that's one thing I discuss with them so they can understand that for the future. So they won't be trying to they won't try to hold high expectations to these men,
mm-hmm.
and I don't want to sabotage them with that
Right,
bonding. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Because I don't want them to go to them and say, "Well, my daddy had 3 jobs and he was working over here and he still made time for me every time I needed
That
him."
everybody ain't gonna do that. Everybody is
Exactly.
not able to do that.
Exactly. And that's why
Yeah,
I purposely will be like, no, I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I can make time, but I have to check myself because I'm not raising them for me. I'm raising them for the next man.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and you gotta be careful. You gotta be honest with yourself, because I look at my dad, my biological dad, and even my stepdad, and they're good people. Are they good husbands or were good husbands?
See, that's another story. That's
You
another
know what I'm
story.
saying? Was that something that I would want for myself? Okay, you got to be honest with yourself. As much as I love them both,
Right.
I wouldn't want to damn live with either one of them.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I
It
feel you.
is what it is. We all got our shortcomings, but that's, again, that's not for me to decide. So that's why I brought that up, because I do have those women, and men too tend to gravitate to women who are like their moms, that may, or and vice versa, women, people who are like their dads, because that's your first introduction to the opposite sex, is your parents. And you can love your parents, but they're your parents, not your spouse. Can you really be married to someone like your parents? Some of you, it might be good for you. Others, not so much. You got to be honest with yourself. Because I hear people all the time, I want a woman that do so and so and so and so like my mama. Well, your mama ain't had no job, so she can sit at home and cook every damn day and clean up. That's not the case over here. Or I want a man like my daddy and blah 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 that's doing this and he does all this stuff for my mama. Well, daddy didn't have to pay $3,000 a month in the mortgage. So he was able to do all this extra stuff. Money tight over there.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be realistic. Set realistic expectations. But I'm done. I'm
Hey,
done.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's the fact is that we, um, not just for us, but for our legacies and for the head of come, we got to not only apply realistic standards in our life, but we got to explain and raise our kids with realistic standards, because sometimes we get overboard and and we don't really understand how that is really going to affect them in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, passing on chaos. And this is the last one. I worded it in a great way because it really emphasized to me how I see the world now in a very glass jar. Why is long term lonelyship the new retirement plan? I mean, I'm literally always hearing, well, I just be by myself, or I just take care of myself, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, I'ma just do this and I'ma just do that. Like you're directing, like you've already got your retirement set in the future of what you're going to do by yourself, but you really don't have a retirement plan set of how you're going to do this by yourself. Where's the money coming from? Where is the work, the manpower coming from? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going to be staying? And who's going
God
to be
forbid your health fails before
driving?
you
You
are
know what I'm
able to retire.
who's driving you? Who's doing this? Like you're saying you're gonna do these things by yourself. You say you got this under control and you're gonna be by yourself, but do
Oh,
you
Jesus.
really understand that? Like, you're gonna be 50, 51, 60, 70, 80. Like, do you really understand that's a long ass time. Like, do you realize if you live between 50 and 80, is damn near like living between you're 1 and 30 years old. Realize how much time
All
you
over
have.
again. Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta understand the longevity of being alone for 20, 30 years. That amplify that from your 20s. Cause see, we have this weird construct that the only thing that y'all counting is we're counting 16 to 30. Like, you forgot other years came before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta compact how much time you use with all this shit. So you understand, if you shift that shit around to starting at 40 and we do 70,
Mm-hmm.
that's a long time
That's a
of, oh, I
long
got this
time.
shit together on my own. Can you really do what you're
You really,
saying you're capable?
one thing I want to point out, and I guess this could also be sabotaging. People don't realize they speak that type of stuff over their lives. When you say stuff like you're going to be by yourself, you're going to be single, you got it, and all this other stuff, that's what you are speaking into existence. You are bringing that, you are manifesting that very thing. Whether it's, you think that may be the case and you're just trying to prepare yourself for it, but you don't even know. God, universe, or whoever, I don't know your life, could have had somebody there for you. but you just kicked them out your life
Oh yeah.
because you done spoke. You gonna be by yourself.
Yep. Yep.
Not saying that, key to happiness is somebody else, but I'm telling you, I know a lot of elderly people, and working in the type of field that I worked in before, doing my spiritual business full time, I came across a lot of elderly people who had nobody, and they would call and I would be on the phone with them 30 minutes to an hour because they ain't got nobody else to talk to. And they'll talk about how they got all these kids and their grandkids won't nobody come see them. They won't call them, nothing. That's not the type of life y'all want to live. I promise you. It sounds good now, but I know about at least three older people right now that will beg to differ.
Shoot, I work in people's houses and I
Yeah.
catch these stories all the time. It's one lady, she will literally just make a trouble call just for somebody to come to her house and talk to her. Don't nothing be wrong with her internet. Don't nothing wrong with her TV. She literally just make a trouble call for one of us to come over there and sit and talk to her. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. I guess I have many older women like that. Like I've had those conversations with, and and they tell us like a lot of us don't understand
Yeah.
it until it's too late.
I,
But
I, I recommend those who, and you don't know necessarily exactly what's going to happen. Those who may not be married or spouse may pass away prior to them. I honestly recommend those who don't have children or grandkids in the area moving to a retirement community so that you at least have that human interaction that is so important. Going through this thing we just went through over the past year has brought out the best and the worst in people because we were limited to how we could interact with one another. A
oh
lot of people didn't do well.
yeah, yeah,
A lot of people didn't do well
not at
with
all.
that.
Not,
So that's a suggestion there.
oh yeah, oh yeah. It.
Yeah.
I tell
You
people,
you
man,
gotta
it's
have that connection, even if it's just
got to.
once a week. Even with me, I'm all right by myself, but once a doggone week at least, I have to get out of this house. I
Oh
have
yeah,
to go somewhere, even if it's just to a friend's house, even if it's just to walk around the neighborhood or something. I have to go somewhere where I'm not looking at these walls no more.
facts, facts, facts. Yeah, man. I it's got to be an understanding that when we're talking about this, we're not necessarily saying that you need a man to make you happy. What
Right.
we're saying is you need somebody in your life
You need somebody. You need
to
somebody. You
survive.
need somebody.
To survive. You know what I'm saying? Survival
Yes.
comes in numbers. You know what I'm saying? It really do. Survival comes in numbers. It oh man, like it just do. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us are scared. Some of us are lazy with it. But it's like, man, like if you worrying about somebody hurting you, man, you hurt yourself all the time. I mean, we
Mm,
all hurt
we hurt
ourselves all
ourselves
the
all the
time.
time.
I mean, just on any little minute shit. Like for instance, like anytime you eating unhealthy food, you're hurting your fucking self every time you eat it. You are slowly killing yourself by adding unhealthy food in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you drink alcohol, you're slowly fucking up your insides every time you drink alcohol. You smoke cigarettes, it's things that's hurting you anyway that we're putting in our body. So why not take a shot on something that is natural?
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
we're doing so much unnatural, hurtful shit already that give us those same pains, why not try something that's natural that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really actually kill you, but it actually will expand your life. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So why are we so scared of that? We gotta start making this well, I don't want to get hurt again. Well, my pride is up. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta let that go.
Gotta let that shit go, man. Let it go, people. Let it. Hey,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you give your final thought.
Yeah. So overall, guys and ladies, boys and girls, put yourself out there. Okay. We ain't saying you got to go out there and get married tomorrow. We're not saying that you have to be married to be happy, but you have to be real and honest with yourself about what it is that you need. That's it. If you do that and you're really honest about what it is that you need, it's going to make this thing so much better. So much better. And then just to point out all my lady folk, I'm gonna have to do one for my fellas, but I do have a video on my channel, Prophetic Lex, that talks about the type of mistakes that ladies make when dating. If you don't do these or you are aware of it, it's gonna make the whole process a lot better. And if you're not looking to be with nobody romantically, get a good friend, but have some sort of fellowship and communication with somebody who is positive and that is bringing goodness into your life. Not these people who every time you talk to them, something done happen, or they want to complain about the kids, or their spouse, or their job. Nobody wants to hear that all day. Find you somebody that what Dante was saying, that is on the level that you're trying to be. I promise it's gonna make you, it's gonna change your life. But that's my thoughts though.
Hey, I like it. I can
Mm-hmm.
dig. I can dig that. I can definitely
Yeah,
dig that.
yeah.
Here's my final one, man. Fighting and fucking. Fighting and fucking.
Oh Lord have mercy.
This is what we all do. All mammals. We fight and we fuck. And we fight again and we fuck again. And we eat, we fight, and we fuck again.
Some more.
Food,
Mm-hmm.
fucking, and fighting. These are the three L's. Food, fucking, and fighting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the foundation of who we are when we mate. We find food together, we fuck together, and we fight together. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We got to keep things simple.
And that does not necessarily mean fighting each other.
Right. Right.
Gotta point that out.
That's good.
For some of y'all got some domestic issues. Don't be thinking that shit's okay. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
okay.
I'm not.
That is not what we're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please don't take that in context.
That
Like,
is
I'm not.
not, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like, yeah. Please, I hope
yeah.
y'all smarter. Damn, y'all knew what I was trying to say,
I
right?
knew what you was trying to say, but that had to
You
be
ride,
said.
yeah, you ride and die for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Making it one
yes.
word. Okay. Damn, I hope y'all did. I swear, if y'all thought that's what y'all tripping. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go see somebody.
Listen, it
You go see somebody, but you hunt together. You know, you get the food, you fuck, and you fight everything to keep your land, your territory, your family together.
hmm
Do these things together. Food, fight, fuck. Okay, this is what make us who we are. You know, mammals. You know what I'm saying? And our species as a whole, we do. I swear, I think sometimes our brains, our big brains has became our gift and our curse
Yes.
because we have made the natural
Think too much.
the natural life of living of this situation way too damn complex to where we have outsmarted ourselves of survival. We have literally outsmarted ourselves out of survival
Wow.
by just simple components of food, fucking, and fighting. You know what I'm saying? We've made it so complex to where we don't eat the right foods, we don't fuck the right people, and we fight each other. Like you see
Mhm.
how all that shit went wrong instead of us using it the right way. Like
Mhm.
we shouldn't be fighting each other. Police shouldn't be coming to your house and one got a black eye, the other one got a broken tooth. This shouldn't be like that. It should be
No,
the other way around. Somebody should be running out your house and y'all two got guns and
cause
you give it at
y'all
them.
done fucked them up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's how it should be together,
Yes.
not apart. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We eat together, not you eat over here and go while you at it, bring me something to eat. Like, yo, baby, let's get in this kitchen and cook together. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like we need to do this stuff together.
Mhm.
And that's the thought that I came up with is togetherness, not loneliness, togetherness. That's the approach. This is the solution to the problem of this fucking long-term lonelyship that y'all got going on. We
Yes.
need to graduate to togetherness. And that's my final thought.
All right. I like
You like it. You like that?
it.
Hey, I like it too, man. And we're gonna do a quick little promo for you. This is
Yes.
her information, y'all. I keep it up there even when I do my outro so y'all can let that soak in.
Yes, yes, yes. We will be over on my channel, both of us tomorrow night, same time. Okay.
Yeah.
The discussion over there gets a little raunchy sometimes, so if you are easily offended, that may not be the live stream for you.
I try
We're
to keep it deep for y'all, man. I try to keep
listen, we are talking all things love, relationships, and intimacy, and the sex. Okay, a lot
yeah,
of that, a
the
lot of
fucking
that,
part. Then I'll
the
stop
fucking,
the second elf. The second elf.
a lot of that.
Yeah. But other than that, man, that's it, man. I enjoyed you tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I
Oh
value it.
yeah, this is fun.
Oh yeah, definitely value it. But hey, man, until next time, man. Peace and love to y'all, man. Wish y'all the best. Continue to be the best version of yourself.
Bye, y'all.
Later. Enjoy the music.